What's up, dudes? So, just got back from a run. Another run. Did a little more this time. Did a little over 4 miles actually today. I probably shouldn't have. I'm probably going too fast, too soon. Because last time I trained for the half marathon, it was just a mess. Yeah, it was a mess. I trained too hard too soon, and kind of almost injured myself a bunch of times. Had to quit for a week at one point, and yeah, terrible. So I need to slow things down. But anyways, it really was a kind of a sucky run today. It was freaking hot. It was like 100 degrees outside, and I'm still kind of out of shape. Still getting back into the swing of things. So, but I mean, it was good. A run is good either way, even though when it sucks. So I got a request from my pops to tell you guys about what I haul, where I haul it, and just kind of let you in on that story, I guess. So we do have different areas where certain things are picked up and certain things are dropped off. The California area is mostly produce and fruit and stuff. California usually has what they call a high priority load, and it's usually like berries or stuff that's perishable really quick, and really delicate. So yeah, California. No one likes going to California because it's a lot of pressure, and if you ruin the load, you have to pay for half of it. So that could be like 60 grand. So yeah, no one likes going to California. They have a bunch of laws too, you have to be in the 5th hole or lower on your tandems, which is your wheels can slide back and forth, further back on the trailer or further up on the trailer, and the 5th hole is kind of in the middle, but you can't be any higher than the 5th hole, so you can't be in the 6th, 7th, 8th, all the way to 12. And so if you can't get on weight in the 5th hole or lower, then you're kind of screwed. So that's one law that sucks to California. And I mean, they're hard A's. They get you on everything. So no one likes going to California. Yeah, so we pick up fruit, produce there, mostly. And then we have what's called the meat patch. It's kind of the Midwest of the U.S. It's all meat. And it's also a kind of a sucky place to go because you often have to sit for 2 or 3 days before you can get your load because they break what's called the DLD. It's the deadline delivery time. Excuse me. And when they break that, they have to reload you with other meat because if they break that, then it can't be delivered on time. So yes, the meat patch is awful. I'd rather go to California than the meat patch because you have to sit for days on end sometimes, just to get a load out, and it's heavy most of the time. So no one likes a heavy load. So yeah, so the meat patch, whatever, and then down south, southern New Mexico, Nevada, Arizona, Texas, is all pretty much produce. And yeah, cool story. This guy, I was picking up mushrooms in Rio Ricos, New Mexico, or is it Arizona? I think it's New Mexico. Yeah, New Mexico. And the guys that had loaded, this was during my 5 weeks over the road training. The guys that loaded our trailer loaded the pallets sideways, so you can't, with a pallet jack, you can't stick those, it's 2 prongs that stick into the holes on the bottom of the pallets. They put them in sideways, so there was no hole to stick in the pallet jack. So they had to makeshift some rope to try and turn the pallet so they could get them out of there. and it was taking them forever. It was like 30 minutes before they got like one pallet out. And so the owner of the whole company that delivers these mushrooms came in, you know, just to see how things were going, and was just like pissed, man, because he told them a million times not to load this pallet sideways because they had done it before. So anyway, so this owner of this company, multi-millionaire, you know, in his like business suit, like, you know, looking fancy, gets in our truck and starts helping these guys get these pallets out because they're all loaded sideways. And so the owner of this multi-millionaire, I mean, you would think would never even touch inside of a truck. You know, he'd stay in his office and tell people what to do. But no, I mean, this guy was awesome. Like, super cool guy. We chatted it up for like an hour, just talking about his business. He used to sell mushrooms to Campbell's Soup, and then Campbell's ixnayed him, found another company, which was kind of weird. The other company was more expensive, so I'm not really sure how that went down, if they were better mushrooms, or I don't know. But anyways, so he was like, all right, well, screw you, Campbell's. I'll start my own company and start loading up my own trucks and delivering my own mushrooms. So started his own company. He started a farm in Mexico to farm the mushrooms, and then got 3 or 4 or 5 trucks. At first, he drove the trucks. He actually went to Mexico with this truck and delivered it by himself. And then, you know, finally, once things started, you know, he started making money. Then he got more trucks, more people. So, anyways, yeah, this guy's like a multi-millionaire. Kind of, yeah, a cool story. Just trying to make it, I guess. From Mexico or whatever, you know, has a Mexican accent, all that kind of stuff, Spanish accent. So yeah, kind of a cool story of going to a receiver and hearing their story of how they started. So anyways, and then, so we mostly haul refrigerated goods. We have refrigerated trailers. It's called a reefer, that refrigerates our unit. So most of it's produce and meat, and then sometimes we'll haul dry goods, like fake plants and pots, Peterbilt parts, some Walmart dry goods like toys and stuff, but mostly refrigerated stuff. You don't get that very often. And then we'll also haul live plants too, and that's no fun. You have to water them, so you have to open your trailer up. Like, I forget the amount of, like, how many times a day you have to water them, but like you have to stop, like, open up your trailer, like get a hose and water them while you're hauling the load. So that's no fun. I had to do that once. And you also have to pulp your anytime you haul produce, you have to pulp it. So you have to get a pulp thermometer and stick it in the actual product, and get like a reading off of it off the thermometer, and you have to send in readings off that. So yeah, no one likes hauling produce, because it's a mess, man. You have to do what's called a produce check call twice a day. So you have to pulp it twice, and you have to get a bunch of readings off your reefer about the discharge temperature and the return air temperature, and just a bunch of different temps off your reefer. So that's no fun. But yeah, so far I've only done one produce load, and that got repowered, so I didn't really have to. It got repowered the first day, so I didn't have to even pulp anything or do any produce check calls, so that was good. But yeah, so that's kind of the end on that, I guess. So yeah, refrigerated goods. That's what usually we haul. A lot of guys leave Stevens because it's kind of a pain to do it, and loads get crapped out sometimes, because they don't load the trailer right or something, and the pallets fall over, and the goods get returned to us, and we have to, it's a mess. So it's kind of delicate a lot of the times. You really have to put up load locks, against the the end of the where they loaded it, yeah, and make sure you have that right, or you really get screwed and you have to pay for the load. Hopefully, I will never have to do that. So yeah, so that's I don't know if that's boring to you guys. My dad was interested, just kind of tell you guys about all that, so I did. Hopefully that wasn't too boring. But yeah, so that's kind of what I do, that whole process. So this one's getting kind of long. It's already like 10.5 minutes. So I will see you guys next time. I actually I've got something else I'm gonna let you guys in on. My sister Andrea wanted me to talk about some other stuff, so that's what I'll do next time. So I will see you guys next time on Trucking Through, part whatever, 500. I don't know. It seems like it. So yeah, see you guys next time.